nearly $200 a week. That's what this 5 RTX 5090 AI rental stack has been averaging. What is up, guys? Chris here, Bear Market Mining. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to look at this 5 5090 build that I've got running on Vast right now. We're going to check out the real numbers, what's currently rented on GPU Autopilot, and we're going to check out how this solar is nearly completely offsetting all of my household electricity costs. Let's get into it. To start off, let's get straight into these earnings. You can see here we're in our Vast.AI Earnings tab right here. And you can see things have really ramped up over the last few weeks since we finally got all of these 5090s installed. Now, it hasn't been smooth sailing. I have had a couple of issues with one of my rigs. I had a random RAM issue that we've since got sorted. And since then, earning about $20 plus a day, sometimes up to 25 as well. The demand in Vast is really, really high right now. Let's have a look at this last week. Where are we here? It's the 26th today. So if we go down to the 19th, we can see, $163 a week. So that's over $20 a day. Now, of course, this is US dollars, right? So I'm Australian, if you cannot tell. So you add about another 40% onto this, you're looking at about $30 a day average, or about $900 a month. So this is really, really good for me. I have made a few little changes in here in the machines, but we'll look at a little bit more detail in GPU Autopilot. I finally upped my storage and bandwidth prices. Now, not huge bandwidth profit for me because, as you guys know, if you've been following the channel, I'm hard stuck at 100 megabytes upload. My download's really, really good. I can get up to 2 gig, but I don't have fiber to the curb, and it will cost me 14,000 Australian dollars to get it installed, or it will cost me a $750 a month plan, a 36 months locked in contract to do it. So I'm still on an iron whether I want to do that or not. Look, it is a business expense. I could write it off, take it off the profits, but it's still $750 a month that I have to take off these earnings and pay out. So we're undecided as to what we're gonna do yet. So you can see actually with all of these here now, earning some really good numbers. Hopefully we can stay around that $25 range, and we'll be laughing. Now, I will show you a little bit later in the video a tool I've got on my website, so you can estimate on all different sorts of platforms how much you could be earning, right? So if you wanted to get started with something like this, figure out how much you could earn. You'll be able to see that tool a little bit later. But next up, let's have a look at this solar and battery, and then get into the electricity bills, because these numbers that you see here, right? Look, they're nothing huge, but this is basically all profit. Let me show you. So right here, we're looking at our current solar intake, right? So probably about 4.2 kilowatts from the panels right now. We've got a 10 kilowatt system. Now, bear in mind, it is winter here in Australia. Well, it's the last week of winter. So these numbers are going to get a lot better. So this was about a 35.5 kilowatt day, right? So really, really good. With Vast.AI, my rigs aren't using full power a lot of the time. We only had a 41.8 kilowatt hour consumption, right? So out of pocket for this day, about 6 kilowatt hours. And and the USD rate is about 10 cents per kilowatt hour. It's about 60 cents. Right, of course, we pay a supply fee on top of that and other bits and pieces, but really, really good. Solar is unbelievable. The best decision I've made for this farm, and we can see on this particular day. This was actually yesterday. The way I'm filming it's a little bit backwards, so you get the gist. We're just trying to show you how it's all working. So right now the battery is currently charging at about 2.37 kilowatts. The other 1.7, 1.9 kilowatts are being used for the house and the rig, but you can see how this sort of really starts to ramp up the state of charge all the way up to 100% by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's when we start discharging, right? Because we've got a variable rate. So through the peak hours, we make sure we store enough power to cover the whole household. And this covers the whole household and the rigs, you know, all the way till midnight. And then you can see all the way through in the morning as well. Only gets down to that 60% limit at about 4:30 in the morning. So basically covered from, you know, 6 a.m. to, you know, about 4 a.m. the next day. So absolutely unbelievable. These numbers are moving into spring and summer now. Next are only going to get better. I'm probably going to have to find some more power to use because I don't want to sell it back to the grid. It's not worth it. Maybe we'll set up some sort of, you know, idle mining thing or something on Vast if it allows that. We'll look at that in a little bit more detail. So as mentioned in the intro, we're basically using, you know, no electricity for the whole house. Now, that was, you know, a pretty average sort of day that we showed you, which was yesterday. But you can see right here, right, these are our daily bills. This is including the GST, which is the Australian 10% tax, and also our $1 Australian supply fee is the term. So $1.63 on that day we spent on electricity, $3.70, a little clouder, $2.11, $6.43. This was raining this day. You know, but even $6.43 on the 22nd, and the farm earned 20 USD, so about $30. We're still a plus $24 on that day when it's raining. You know, $1.59, $1.29, $1.83. Now, as we said, this is my whole household bill, right? So, you know, I've got kids, I've got a wife, we have, you know, heaters running because it's winter, you know, hot water, all that sort of stuff. So you get the gist. This solar and this battery, along with those Vast.AI earnings, are really, really good. Let's take a bit of a look at what the fleet's doing right now. For those of you who haven't seen my setup before, we're looking at it now. Now, we're on a program called GPU Autopilot, which a buddy of mine owns. I will leave a link down below. No, it's not an affiliate link or anything like that. So, you know, go have a look at it. It is a really, really good app. I've said this to him many, many times. This is one of the most useful programs for AI rentals that is out there right now. And it will keep you really, really well rented. So right now we've got a 60% rented rate. We've got 3 out of 5 online. We've got our dual epic rig here. We've got another single, and another single. So we've got 5 in total. This epic rig, for some reason, has a hard time getting rented. I don't know why. It's a server motherboard, 128 gigabytes of RAM, you know, 128 thread CPU. But I'm thinking it's just because A, the unverified, and B, the reliability is not quite up there yet. So the current earnings rate, about 90 cents, which is about, you know, $1.20 Australian, putting us about the $25 a day. But we could potentially be earning $37 a day on this farm if all of them got rented. But again, you know, the whole unverified scenario with that internet upload is a real thorn in my side. But we'll deal with that one later. We'll see what we can do about that. Now, moving over here onto the performance tab, this is what I really like about it as well. You can see your utilization and your estimated revenue, you know, for 24 hours, for 7 days, you know, for 30 days, and so on and so forth. And it shows you all your current and previous rental history. So what's been rented, how often, you know, the pricing that it's been rented at. So you can see this epic rig, you know, a little 6-minute render job here, another 12-minute job there. But for some reason, it's not getting a ton of big rentals. This 7950X has been on a rental, a stored rental on and off for like the past week and a half. But for some reason, this is the rig that was giving me a lot of trouble. It kept power cycling for no reason. We didn't know why, couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. But hey, whatever the host, no, I'm the host, the renter is doing is obviously not affected by that. It's been stable since, but boy, that one really gave me some trouble and sort of really killed my earnings for quite a little bit of time. So yeah, guys, like I said, if you want to check this out, GPU Autopilot, you can set strategies. You've seen these videos from me before. You can set floor prices, you can do different sort of agents, all that sort of stuff. Join the Discord or ask me a question if you want any more information. The Discord link is in the description. So if you want to learn a little bit more about this and get on board and really start increasing your earnings as well, hit me up. All right, now, lastly, I want to help you guys out. I want to show you some estimates. If you're thinking about setting up a rig on Vast.AI or any of these other different AI rental platforms, or even GPU, CPU mining ASIC. We've done a little bit of a revamp of the website. Had this website running for about 3 years now. Haven't done a ton of stuff with it, but we're making it more useful right now. So I'll leave the link down below, but the profit tools is what's really going to help you out and help you decide if this is something, that you want to sort of get into. So we've got a calculator here for our different mining scenarios. Below that, we've got the AI GPU rentals. So we've got a number of different platforms that you can choose right here. You can enter manual rates in. All you're going to do is put your GPU in. So let's say you've got a 3090. Right, you're going to come in here, you're going to find your 3090, and it's going to pull you data, right? So the published rate, the average rates on Vast are anywhere from 9 cents to 20 cents, right? So the gross reference, that's the GPU per hour, it's about, about 10 cents or so at a 75% utilization. This is going to auto-populate everything for you. You can even enter, different GPUs. It's going to tell you, your average wall power. It's going to spit out some numbers so you can figure out how much you could be making per day, right? So you could even enter in, the cost of the setup as well. It would tell you the ROI, the simple payback plan, how much you would make per year. So really, really handy. This helped me make a few decisions deciding whether I would buy another 50 or 90 or not, just to see the different numbers across other platforms, right? So, let's see what a 59 is doing on salad right now, because you guys know I love salad. High demand, 17 to 25 cents an hour. So really, really good. You could probably put this utilization up to 100% because I think those jobs are fully online right now. So definitely very, very handy. Why don't we have that? Let's put one in there. So you'd be making about $4.63 a day. So I've got all different types of GPUs, everything you can imagine here in this calculator. So if you need any more info or trying to figure that stuff out, come visit my website. We've also got a free mining guide up here. We've got some other more detailed guides which take you through the whole setup, AI rentals, what to look out for, when to buy, when not to buy. Really, really handy, guys. So if you're interested in that, it's all in here. Just come check everything out. I'll leave links down below for you. So that is going to wrap it up there, guys. As you know, I like to keep you guys updated on what the farm's doing, how the solar is tracking. The last few weeks have been tracking really, really well. So leave me a comment down below, guys. How have your rigs been going on Vast or any other different platforms? If you're interested in learning more, go to that website. There's tons of information that you can use on there. Like the video for me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.